We are tickled to have you. We're recording just a couple days after the Laurel Cove Music Festival, which I believe you headlined this year. How'd that go?
It was incredible, as it always is out there. The rain was, in the year of the rain, was kind of got in the way of everybody. But, anytime out there that can play a show, it's just super special and just feels like a big family reunion. So you spend more time talking and hugging necks than anything else. So
there you go.
Nice. And so Jason mentioned that you have played there before a number of times over the years. So how different is an experience as an elder statesman and headliner versus maybe years past when you were working your way to that point?
Yeah, there's just a little more ease of what to expect and feel like I was already kind of like I'm already accepted, so you can just kind of play, you just do what we do. And it's really hard to put into words what it was like this time around. It was just, in music, when you can get everybody on the same page, it is just, that's what I feel like I've worked my whole life for, was moments like that, up a holler next to a creek with 500 people singing every word to a song, and just like you feel that, this presence of everyone. And
that's nice.
It's just something that like I said, I feel like I've worked my whole life for, and then to experience it in that setting was just it was incredible.
It's got to be a lot different than, playing up a holler for, your family members and friends and, 25 or 30 people with a keg of beer.
It kind of feels the same, honestly. It's like I've been preparing for that my whole life. So I guess it's like everything comes back around. Yeah. That's kind of what it feels like. I come back to the, the friends, like you said. So
that's good. So your new studio album is due out, I think, in 3 days from the time we record this. It'll be out when people are hearing this. Working Man is on it, as well as a couple other cuts we'll play for the folks in a bit. I'm sure you're really excited about getting it out there, but tell folks what to expect. I know you've got some notable help in there on this record, right?
Yeah, it's called The Narrow Way. It's my friend Rachel Bayman helped me. She produced it, and when I started on this particular project, I just felt like I was going to be diving through some things that I really need some help to sort of sort through. And so this project, I guess, is about 2 years in the making. But it's as part of this trilogy that I've been working on over the last 10 years since I moved home. And it's just, this last little leg of it has been a lot of this heavy stuff, like grief.
Mm-hmm.
And just things that I didn't realize that I'd been carrying around. I've been lately talking about it more, and just like the residue that we kind of build up over a lifetime, of just going through stuff,
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty heavy. Like, it's been pretty heavy for me, and The Narrow Way from a philosophical standpoint is kind of like walking that narrow path between looking at your grief and your sorrow and not getting consumed by it, and still finding gratitude and grace in that. So it was kind of a hard line. It is a hard line to walk,
Mm-hmm.
So, and especially like as I was creating it, like allowing yourself to feel hard feelings in the context of being a dad and a fiance, and just it's tough. So but I feel like there was so much healing that happened through that process, and now getting to like release these songs out into the world and just get good feedback from other people, like of just feeling similarly about stuff and not really knowing how to articulate it. You know, I feel like that's just affirming for the work that I feel like I'm trying to do with music, of just helping people feel seen too. And so yeah, I'm excited to get it out. I'm trying to also find this sweet spot of talking about it, but not like letting it consume my life either.
Yeah.
You know, like I heard someone say like how, you know, when you have these albums, they just become your entire personality for, you know, the duration of the cycle. And I'm just trying to enjoy it as much as I possibly can and not get sucked up into the metrics of things. And
sure. Well, it's got to be interesting to have such a therapeutic experience of putting the album together and getting through those emotions and getting through those feelings. And now you're expected to go talk about those emotions and those feelings day after day after day.
Yeah.
That's got to be a challenge.
Yeah, it is. I think that, you know, every album is in that. So I like to think that it's just like remembering what I've learned along the way. And that's where I say, like, I don't need to be talking about it all the time, you know, but there is a time and a place to do that. And remembering that that's the work that I signed up for. And that was, you know, about 10, 11 years ago, about the height of the first Sunday Best wave of things. I kind of had this realization that if I'm going to have to go out and talk about things like you do with these records, that I just want it to be something like really meaningful, you know, and something that in my mind I can like help just help the world in a positive way. And you know, music, I think that does that no matter what the intention is. But you know, I just needed a little more than just, I'm going to try to get you guys drunk and that's the end of it, you know?
You're growing up. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Wow.
I hit 30 and I was just like, wow, this is not what I thought 30 was going to look like. And now I'll be 40 next month and it's just like, gosh, it's just crazy getting older.
Wait till you get to 50.
Yeah.
Jason and I can speak to that, both of us. Oh, man.